because the phone automatically go into dark mode because under the sun, right? So it's hard to. Yeah, it goes automatically go into dark mode. Family, this is not a. This is a. It's a transitional glasses, right? I always have to put a disclaimer. It's not sunglasses, okay? It just changes when I'm under the sun, okay? So please don't judge me, all right? Let's get right into it, family. You see the title already? I was hot since this. I've been hot. I've been hot all day. I thank the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for the Spirit. I thank the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for the Spirit, because it's the Lord that activates us. Without the Holy Spirit, Yahweh Shai sends down. We can do nothing. We can do nothing without the vine. And you know, we are the branches of the vine. If you can't, if you have a tree and then you cut down all those branches, right? Those branches can grow by themselves. They need to be part of the tree, right? So without Yahweh Shai, we are nothing. Without Yahweh Shai, we are nothing. But we thank Him for the Spirit that He has put in us. And midweek service, we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna start by giving honor and glory to the power of our forefathers, starting with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The power that they call upon, His name is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakodash. Double honors to our head apostles, the elders, the bishops out of the great millstone that taught us this truth and salutation. Peace to the tabernacle of David, the 144,000. The men you see on the highways and the byways making their body a living sacrifice unto the sheep, particularly in these last days, warning the sheep, telling the sheep what microchip, what Revelation 13:16 means, what the collapse of society means, and what is going to lead into. These are the men making their body, you see them on the highways and the byways, making their body a living sacrifice unto what? Unto our King, our Redeemer, Yahweh Shai. Feeding the large multitude, men, women, children, whom our King, our Redeemer, Yahweh Shai is going to have mercy upon. I pray that this message find all of you in perfect peace. Family, if this word is not upsetting you, then there's something really wrong with you. Okay? But what we are witnessing around the world is that what? The whole world is rising against Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white men. In case you haven't been listening, family, as we speak right now, the whole continent of Africa, that's why it's what? Uniting against what? Sorry, against what? The West. They are uniting against the West. Talking about all this coon. Few days ago, the general Langley went before the Senate House and gave a testimony against the president of Burkina Faso, Abraham Traore. Abraham Traore. Why did he do that? Because he basically saying that Abraham Traore is using the country resources to help his own people. So that's why. So yeah, because what happened, go back 4 or 5 years ago, their colonial masters were kicked out of Burkina Faso. You see, the whole world is rising against what? Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white men. Because now that he doesn't have the power to go to these countries, particularly in Burkina Faso, take over the resources, pillage them, and then send them to the International Monetary Fund, give them loans that they cannot pay for. This man here, what he has done in the past 2 years, the colonial masters couldn't do it in the past 60 years. Today they have what they call what? They're calling it a million man march across the continent of Africa. It's going to be more than that. Because we know that the west coast of Africa, family, is all Jakes, all Israelites. And the Lord is asking, who shall rouse them up? Who shall rouse them up? That's what is happening today. Today is what? April 30th. It's the Lord that is doing it. Esau, Edom, it is over. Self-proclaimed white men, the days of you raping and stealing nations, resources, that day is coming to an end.
That's right. The nations are angry.
The nations are angry.
That's right.
And you have guys, the youth are saying that, listen, if you touch Traore, the whole continent of Africa, and all those, what is it called, European, embassies are going to be wiped off.
That's right.
That's what is coming. Because why? We are the end. The Lord, the heaven is revealing your secret. You killed the former president of what? Congo. Patrice Lumumba. You know what? You are like we're having a conversation. Family, after they killed Patrice Lumumba in the 60s, they put his body in sulfuric acid. The only thing that was left of him was what? His teeth. That's right.
That's right.
His teeth. That's Esau Edom, self-proclaimed white man. He did that when he came here into the what? The Americas. This man, everywhere he goes, death follows them. Baba Kushan, let's go to the book of Isaiah. No. Revelation chapter 6, verse 8.
Right. Shalom to the beloved brother, Yawasap, Barakatah, Yahweh Shai.
Shalom, beloved. Shalom, beloved.
That's right.
Shalom, Barakatah. Yes, man. The days, Esau days are numbered. It is over. It is over. Oh, we have so much to cover, family. We have the news. We have Pakistan and India. Today, this afternoon, Modi called Putin. Modi is the president of
India.
Sorry, the prime minister of India. And he says no, he can't come to Russia for the Victory Day parade, which is on the 9th of May. That's why they're going to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the Russia winning the Second World War. America didn't win no war. It was Russia. Russia lost over 27 million. And India is a member of BRICS. They're supposed to be at Russia celebrating the 80th anniversary. But he says no, because what? Tension is brewing between Pakistan and India. These are two nations with nuclear powers.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's where we are right now.
That's right.
Because we are the end of this kingdom. The self-proclaimed white man, the cause of all the atrocity in the world, that's why he's being chased out. It is over. And beloved, bring it.
Really want Revelation 6:4?
Revelation 6:8.
Oh, 8. All right.
Revelation 6:8.
All right.
Actually, no, I can go to 6:4 too.
Yeah.
6:4 is good. Actually, let's go to 6:4.
And then drop the 8.
And yeah, that's right.
All right. This is the book of Revelation chapter 6. Starting at verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red.
The red horse. The red is what? Synonymous with Esau Edom. Goes to the book of Genesis 27. Esau came out red. Okay? They are the red people. All right? Crimson, wickedness, criminal. You go back and look up with the Job 9:24. It says what? The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. You go back and look up the word wicked. Wicked goes into what? Criminal. And that's Esau Edom. The Lord is speaking about a nation of people. Go ahead.
It says, and there went another horse that was red, and power was given to him.
And power was given to him. Why who gave him the power? Because it tells you in the book of Psalm 75. The Lord is the one that set you up. Promotion neither comes from the east or west. The Lord sets you up. The time comes He removes you, like He did here. You go back and look at this. This is what the Lord did. You see, all these nations, Daniel chapter 2 verse 7, this is the image.
That's right.
It is the Lord that promotes you. Everybody came and ruled. And when the time comes, the Lord removed them. And Esau is no different. America is no different. America is the last leg of the Roman Empire. And that's what we are here to proclaim and prophesy. Say it before it happens. When America collapses, the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai will get all the glory. That's why the Lord sets you up. And now you see all the nations are rising up against you because why? It is the Lord's program. Right. The Lord doesn't want peace. He's going to tell you the Lord wants war. And we are here to tell you that everybody's going to World War III. Right.
That's why it says Exodus 15:3, the Lord is a man of war.
There you go.
All right, it says, and power was given to him that sat thereon.
Power was given to you. That's right. To do what, Bebakusha? Go ahead.
To take peace from the earth.
To take peace from the earth. To take peace from the earth. The French were kicked out of Mali. They were kicked out of Burkina Faso.
That's right.
They were kicked off another country in the West.
Bro, I'll even give you one better. Go back to the time of Haiti.
That's right.
When there were Toussaint Louverture kicked their asses.
That's right.
What did? They create this unrighteous decree, made the Haitian government pay for all their damages. Imagine losing a war, but having to pay for all the cost of your ships and your men that were killed.
That's right.
That's why Haiti was in such a turmoil today, because of the West.
The West.
That's right.
Your job, that's what you've done. The self-proclaimed white man, Caucasian, European, whatever your name is, That's why you are the cause. You are the cancer of the world. And now the whole world is rising up against you.
You're seeing it, that's right.
That's why you are seeing it. It is the Lord's program. The Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. This is his program. You haven't seen nothing yet. You think what? Because you're about to collapse your own system with this stupid tariff? It's the Lord that put it in your head. Because it's about to what? Your own people are about to rise up against you. It's called civil war.
That's right.
Isaiah 19. You see, the Lord gave us the mystery. He opened our eyes to declare this. That's why we speak in great boldness. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Go ahead, beloved.
All right, it says, and power was given to him that sat thereon.
Power was given to him
to take peace from the earth.
That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You have this young leader in Burkina Faso, Traore, Ibrahim Traore. The same thing they did to Sankara. Sankara, they removed Sankara because what? The same idea. They don't want you to help your people. So the same devil can come and tell you that, oh, Africa is a shithole country. Right. They are poor. Because you devil made sure that they remain poor.
All the names, Robert Mugabe,
right.
Idi Amin, you know, Gaddafi, all these men were taken out. Why? Because of wickedness. They want the resources.
They want resources.
They demonize you so they can steal your resources.
That's right.
You know?
That's what they said to us. We are 3/5 of a man. The same thing is happening in Gaza right now, so that what? Trump can build a tower in Gaza. Yes. They are just openly genociding people, just killing people, slaughtering people. Because what? That is what the Bible says. Right. Revelation 6:4. You are the one the Lord is speaking about.
He gave them the power to take the peace from the earth, but it's all fulfilling prophecy because the nations are angry.
There you go.
I'll get to your precept in a second, Baba Kishah.
Go ahead.
It says, and that they shall kill one another.
They should kill one another. World War I, who was killing who? It was Esau killing Esau. World War II, it was Esau killing Esau. Even before that, Alexander the Great, that's the beginning of their wicked kingdom. It says in the book of first book of Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 9. It says when these people came into power, that's when evil were multiplied.
Right.
The self-proclaimed white man, he can never do good.
And when Alexander died, he put his 4 generals in place to continue the wickedness.
To continue the wickedness.
That's right.
The skin, and you go back and read out the account in 2nd Maccabee with the woman with the 7 sons. The skin, the torture. Blood is nothing in this man's sight.
That's right.
Blood, that's what their job is, what? To take peace from the earth. Go ahead, beloved.
And that they shall kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
That's your blessing. That's right. When you cried to Isaac, that was your blessing. He says, by thy sword thou shalt live. But the time has come. The nations are rising up against you. The whole continent of Africa, the west coast of Africa, guess what? Most of them, they are all Israelite. They are Israelite. The Lord said, who shall rouse them up? And that's what you are seeing right now. They are rising up against you. You are about to be chased out of this world here. The self-proclaimed white man days are numbered. And if you can see it, there's something seriously wrong with you. The white man ain't going to rule nothing. His days are numbered. This is the end of his kingdom. Go ahead, beloved.
I'm going to start at verse 6. This is Revelation 6 and verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny.
A measure of wheat for a penny. Famine is coming. Famine is coming. You know what? If you think you're paying $3 for what? For a dozen of eggs right now?
Right.
The time is going to come. It's going to be $20 a dozen of eggs.
Right.
First of all, there ain't going to be no job. And what's it called? UPS is talking about laying off 20,000.
20,000. That was going to bring.
That's right. 20,000 people.
That's right.
What do you think that's going to create? And now the shipping containers are coming back empty.
That's right.
Between now and June, what do you think is going to happen? That's right. That's what is going to happen. And Papa Kusha, go ahead.
Yeah, because even in Seattle, the port in Seattle is like the 4th largest port. Zero, it's empty.
That's right.
No supply. So whatever supplies is now, once that's gone, that's it.
And everybody's going to know.
That's right.
Everybody's going to know that this is our power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's program. Yahweh Shai says coming as a thief in the night.
That's right.
That's why a lot of people don't know what is happening. But we know.
That's right.
Because the Bible says what? Knowledge and wisdom is going to be the stability of the time.
That's right.
And the strength of what? Our salvation. You better believe it. We have the golden ticket. Yahweh willing.
And the fear of the Lord is
we have
treasure.
the truth. And this is all we need. This is all we need. We have the truth. We know the Lord's plans. And so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. This man's kingdom is coming to an end. The whole world is rising up against Esau. He himself proclaimed. Wait till Russia. Russia came out this morning. And it says what? America is the one allowing Ukraine
Of
to what?
course.
To attack generals in what? In Moscow.
Yeah, of course.
In Moscow. So now you're telling me, if Russia again said this morning, America, don't play like, don't pretend like you are neutral to this war. This is your war.
Supplying all the ammunition, munitions, money, weapons, hypersonic missiles.
Let's cut the bullshit.
That's right.
That's when we come in. The prophet, starting with our head apostles all the way down. Isaiah chapter 13 is about to play out.
That's right.
Because you go and look at the subheading, Isaiah 13 in the blue letter, starting from verse 7, it says, Babylon will fall to the Medes.
That's right.
You know what that means?
That's right.
Russia is going to take down America.
That's right.
That's what is coming.
That's
And
right.
we're telling you before it happens. That's how the Lord gets his glory.
That's right.
Okay, this is not our program. We are just the mouthpiece of the Lord that he has set up here to proclaim his word.
That's right. I got a precept, bro.
Go ahead, beloved.
This is Sirach 35, starting at verse 17. Because this is what you're going into right now. This is very prophetic. It says, the prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds until it come nigh. He will not be comforted and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge the unrighteous, so judge righteously and execute judgment. For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient towards them, till he have smitten the sunder of the loins of the unmerciful and repaid vengeance to the heathen.
That's what is coming for you, devil. Because why? The Lord, first of all, the Lord is hearing our cry.
That's right.
Because before we go to bed, before we wake up, what are we praying for? We say, Lord, shake the foundation of this earth.
That's right.
Don't hold back. You've sent us out there, and then what? We've proclaimed your word, so it's time for you to work.
That's right. That's right.
Bring the terror upon this earth.
Here we go.
And bring the righteousness.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
Till he have taken away the multitude of the proud and broken the scepter of the unrighteous. Till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, and the works of men according to the devices.
That's what is coming for you.
Yes. Oh yes.
Oh, you're not getting away with anything.
That's right.
First, the Lord is going to rise up these nations against you.
That's right.
What is it called? Obadiah.
Yes.
Let's go there quickly.
All right.
Are you done?
Okay, we're done here. Okay, let me continue on.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. See thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
This is always going. It's all going into what? Fact, the word is what? That's right.
Wine,
The
wine,
oil,
that's
the
right.
wine is
All
talking
we
about
need.
the word. Don't hurt it.
That's right.
Because this word is so precious.
That's right.
So family, if somebody can get it, we're moving on.
Moving on. That's
We
right.
are not here for debate. We are
right.
telling you exactly what the Lord is about to do.
That's right.
Whether you receive it or not, that is not on us.
That's right.
It's on you.
That's right.
The Lord said, don't worry about the word. He said, don't let the incredulity of them trouble thee, right?
That's right.
He said, all the unfaithful shall do what?
Die in their unfaithfulness.
Exactly. I'm not the one saying that. The Lord, again, all the unfaithful will do what?
Shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Exactly. Apostle Paul said in the book of Romans 3:3. What did he say?
For what if some did not believe?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's right.
What if you don't believe? Do you think what? Because you don't believe, the Lord is not going to turn America into the lake of fire?
That's right. The Lord is not a man that should lie.
We don't care whether you believe
right.
it or not.
That's
We
right.
are here. Whether it's one person that is listening to this message, and then what? They repent. Guess
The
what?
heaven
The heaven
rejoices.
rejoices.
There you go.
We are not about big numbers. That's right.
Yeah.
We are not about big numbers. It's always
right.
about what? That's right. Get the word out. The Lord knows who
Preach
He's
the
looking
word.
for.
There you go.
Because the elect will click on the video,
There you go.
and guess what? They will watch it. They will say, "No, this is the truth.
There you go.
This is the rest that I've been looking for." The
My
same way
sheep
we
hear my
felt.
voice and they follow me.
Exactly.
That's
The
right.
same way we felt when
right.
we came across the GMS video. It was like, boom.
Wow. That's
It was like,
man.
wow,
That's
this is
your
the
eyes
truth.
should be teachers.
That's right. This
That's
was
right.
the truth. That's right. And then that's why we thank the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for
right.
directing our path.
That's
Go
right.
ahead, beloved.
Verse 7. And when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th beast say, Come and see. And I look, and behold, a pale horse.
A pale horse. Also talking about Esau, Edom.
There you go.
Huh?
Mhm.
Excuse me.
There you go.
Yeah. A pale horse. Talking about what? Esau, Edom. Go ahead.
And his name that sat thereon, and his name that sat on him was Death.
Death. Everywhere this man goes, death follows him. Now you have to go back to all the so-called diseases that came out of the Congos, the west coast of Africa,
go, yep.
the Ebola,
There
the
you go,
AIDS,
yep.
and they have set up bio labs across the whole world, the whole continent of the whole
Yeah,
west.
the people take their resources.
Most of the west coast of Africa, Esau, Edom. The colonial masters have set out bio weapons, and they're constantly experimenting on Jake.
That's right.
They are constantly experimenting on Jake. That is death. That's why wherever this man goes, death follows him. And we're supposed to be happy, right? No, man, we are not holding our peace. The Lord said, they that make mention of the Lord, hold not thy peace until he make Jerusalem a praise upon this earth.
That's right.
We are not stopping until the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem, bring vengeance upon our enemies.
That's right. It's all about for these guys more enlarging their money, their wealth. This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. See, that's the purpose of this.
That's what he's doing.
Yes.
That's what he's doing, family. That's what he's doing. The moment they kick the French out of Mali, family, they started causing chaos.
That's right.
Eh? Because now the family, what this meant again, like Jake, at the end of the day, family, we love justice.
That's right.
And we want righteousness.
There you go.
Eh? We want our brothers and sisters all over the world.
That's
Eh?
right. That's
But
right.
this man here, the same way that he can just get up, he doesn't need visa to go across the continent.
No.
No. They have the golden, that's right, that they are coming from the developed world. Right. How were America and the West developed? Nothing. There's no resources in Europe.
That's right.
In France, there's no resources in France.
And that's the spirit right now, you know, because the Chinese is putting out all the stuff that's saying everything is made in their countries.
That's right.
These Prada bags, all these Louis Vuitton, all these
That's
high
right.
brands made in China.
That's right.
And all these teas they're doing is putting a stupid logo on it and sell it for copious amount of money.
There you go.
They're the thieves, man. This is what these people do.
But the Lord is the one, family, finally.
There you go.
Revealing what? His iniquity.
That's right.
And he said the heaven shall reveal her iniquity.
That's right.
And that's where we are right now.
That's right.
And we are not holding our peace. You better believe it. This is the time we're going full steam ahead. Because the Lord, judgment is coming upon these devils. Hey? Judgment is coming upon these devils. Go ahead,
It says, death and hell followed him. And power was given unto him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth.
That's the America. Who
There you
came
go.
here? Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white men.
That's right.
Columbus and his minion. Hey? The four part of they came here. What did they do?
Right.
Family, what did they do? They brought wild beasts,
Wild
dogs,
animals,
and to
slaughtered,
kill, pillage, rape, steal.
That's right.
That's what these men have been doing.
That's right.
Blood is nothing in his sight, family.
There
He lives on war. Colin Powell went before the United Nations. There's another coon. Because the guy, the General Langley, that went before another coon.
I was thinking about that earlier.
That's another coon.
Yeah.
They put Jake's face there.
Of course.
Hey?
For
But
the
no,
meeting.
this time it's backfiring.
That's right.
You go back and look at it. Family, hashtag Traore, Ibrahim Traore, family. That's why it's viral.
That's right.
Because why? It is the Lord that is doing it.
There you go.
That's why he shall be, Esau Edom, self-proclaimed wise man. The Lord said he shall be chased out of this world, man. Hey? His memory is going to be wiped off. Obadiah chapter 2, not Obadiah, Job 20, I think verse 4-ish. It said he's gonna pass away like his own dung. Hey family, you sit on the toilet and you do number 2, you flush it, that's Esau. The whole world is about to rise up against this devil. And that's what we're here to declare. Take heed to this message. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, African American. Hey, I think the brothers are doing a lesson on this executive order. I think this is 90 days executive order. I gotta go and read it because they are talking about a martial law coming.
Oh yeah.
That's right. I think between now and lockdown is coming.
There's another mass protest. I can't think of the name right now. It's planned in America because of Trump and the tariffs. Because everybody's feeling it. You know, the Edomites are feeling it. The other nations are feeling it. Everybody's feeling it. The
Civil war.
Same ones. The Trump supporters are like, man, I voted for Trump, man. This guy, they're all roused up. They're all angry. Everybody's upset.
Brothers and sisters.
There you go.
The Lord is hearing our cry.
There you go.
Oh, don't get it twisted.
There you go.
The Lord is hearing our
There
cry.
you
The
go.
Lord is tearing things up.
There you go.
The temperature across the world today, family, Esau can. Everybody knows that every problem that is happening right now,
That's right.
you go back. It's a direct result from the West,
There
and
you go.
America is
Yes.
responsible
The
for it.
cancer of the whole
The
earth.
cancer of the
Yes.
whole world.
Esau, Edom. Yep.
Esau, Edom, the international bankers,
Yes.
the
Yes.
elite,
Amalek.
the Rothschild,
Yep. Yep.
Amalek, the
Yes.
small hearts.
That's
They
right.
are responsible for every atrocity in the world today.
There you go.
When Colin Powell went before the United Nations with a vial, holding the vial, saying that Saddam Hussein had weapons of what? Mass destruction, which was what? A total lie.
And then years later, Bush came and gave a toast.
That's
and he
right.
started laughing. He made a joke about it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's how evil these people are.
That's
yeah,
the
man.
evil these people are.
That's
And that's
right.
what we're supposed to be calling out right now. This is not the time to be afraid. Afraid of what? The Lord is about to destroy this place.
That's right.
Why should you care about what your neighbors think of you?
right.
Because stand up for righteousness. Stand up for something.
There you go.
Stand up for something. You're still worried about what Esau thinks of you? No, man. We're going to stand up for righteousness. You see wickedness, we're going to condemn it. Remember what it says about the elect? They love not their life unto death. We don't do the work of the Lord deceitfully.
That's right.
It says, woe unto you that hold your sword from what? From blood.
From blood. That's right.
We don't do that. Declare what the Lord is written about this man here. Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white men. Go ahead.
It says death and hell followed him.
Uh-huh.
And you know that's another thing too. When the Europeans came to the so-called Europeans came to the Americas, they almost wiped out the entire northern kingdom. They said over 90% of them were slaughtered. It says death and hell followed him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth.
The hunger.
There you go, yeah.
They killed the buffaloes. You know what? The resources that our brothers and sisters, the northern kingdom depended on, Esau wiped it off. He brought diseases. He gave the brothers and sisters blanket full of diseases. That's what this man, wherever he goes, death follows him. This man will never come to your country and says, whatever he is doing, it's not for your good. The self-proclaimed white man, whatever he's doing, it's not for your good. It's to destroy you.
It says he will declare his wickedness at the last.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? That's right.
He says, go ahead.
All right, no, I got to go to the comment board here for a second.
Go ahead.
Precept. This is the book of Psalms. Sorry, GMS. Yahweh hopeful elect, beloved brother, Shalom. It says,
Shalom, beloved.
Psalms 37 verse 30. It says, the mouth of the righteous shall speak wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. Because that's what's coming to these devils.
That's what we are doing. The mouth of righteous speaks what?
It says, let me read again. It says, the mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom.
That's what we are doing right now on the highways and the byways on a regular basis through the spirit and power of our King, our Redeemer Yahushua.
Right.
This wisdom, this knowledge is what's going to keep you stable
There you go.
when it's all said and done.
That's right.
It's not what Esau, what you're watching on television. No stupid debate. Who's the Gentiles and who's this, that, and no. We don't care about what the women are doing. Let them be.
That's right.
Right now we are in front of the world. We are at the front line.
That's right.
Okay? Whatever the Lord, let's just push this word here. Let's keep it simple. Do you see the simplicity of your house? Just go and prophesy. The hell with these people.
That's right.
The hell with them, man.
The Lord's going to take care
You
of
see,
them.
the hell with them.
That's right.
Let's just do the work for the Yahweh King, our Redeemer Yahushua. Remember, this is not our kingdom.
That's
So
right.
who cares about what? This is Esau's kingdom
That's right.
and Eve.
That's right.
This kingdom belongs to Esau and our women.
That's right.
Because our women are what? In league with what? Esau, Edom.
That's right.
You know?
Because the Lord said, if
You
this
see?
is my kingdom, my servants will fight. Right?
Exactly. Just
That's
as
right.
the water.
That's right.
The water for
That's
that.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Hey? He said, this is not our kids. I love not this world.
There you
Because for me, this world is full of sorrows. It's full of what? Stress. It's full of depression. Everything here is defiled.
That's right.
And so what are you holding on to?
That's right.
Hey, go ahead,
This
beloved.
is the beloved brother Rayab, GMS Strive for the Masteries, 144. Psalms 94 verse 1. O Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, power to whom vengeance belongeth. O Yahweh, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself.
There you go.
Show
And the
thy-
Lord is showing himself.
There you go.
The Lord is showing himself. And that's what we are witnessing.
right.
The fact that this nation that at one point couldn't stand up to America
Yes.
and the West, they are standing up.
That's the fulfillment of Joel 3 verse
There
10.
you go.
Let the weak say, I am strong.
There you go.
Yeah, man. That's the Lord.
And that's what is happening,
There you
not just
go.
in the
Yes.
continent of Africa,
Yes.
it's across Asia.
There you go.
Because these sanctions here,
There you go.
family, it puts America on blast.
Of course.
Everybody's making fun of Donald Trump.
That's right.
Yesterday he was in Michigan, and then a grown man dancing to YMCA. Because family, it's a clown show.
That's right.
The laws that the emperor have no clothes. He doesn't have any cards. He's playing with nothing. Okay, we are looking at the end of this man's kingdom, and we said, "Tawada Yahweh,
There's
Ba'ashem
no more
Yahushua."
wisdom
No
in
more
demon.
wisdom is demon.
That's right.
Go ahead, beloved.
That's right. Our next precept, beloved brother, again.
Uh-huh.
It says Job 18 verse 17.
Oh shoot, I was just about to go there.
That's the spirit, bro.
Yeah, I was about to get it.
It says his remembrance shall perish from the earth,
That's right.
and he shall have no name in the street.
No, go ahead because
Oh,
it's beautiful.
continue.
Continue
All right.
with Job 18. I was just about to go there.
It is.
That's the spirit. Go ahead.
That's the spirit, yeah, bro.
Let's go ahead.
Continue on. It says, he shall be driven out from light into darkness and chased out of the world. That's the one. Okay, that's.
Oh
that's
yeah,
the name of it.
that's
You
even
have
the
more
title. No, go
No,
to
continue on.
21.
Right.
I'll read it.
Yeah.
I'll read it. It says here, he shall be driven from light into darkness.
There you go.
And chased out of the world.
There you go.
He shall neither have son nor nephew. Baba Kusha. Go to Baba Kusha. Grab me.
Isaiah 14.
The word of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua.
All right.
That's the spirit.
Yes, sir.
And it says, he shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings.
There you go.
But now listen to the next verse, verse 20. It said, they that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. Because family, this men have terrorized the whole world.
That's right.
Up to today, family, America is still sending 2,000-pound bomb to Israel so they can drop it on refugee camps. And when the Lord says this man's blessing was the sword, he wasn't joking.
That's right.
You see, he wasn't joking. But guess what? It says here, Job 18, verse 21, it says, surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High. Your judgment is set in the book. Hey, it said the triumphing of the wicked is only short. Hey, it says what? Let me go there. Job 20. Job 20. It says here, let's go there. Job 20. Just to hold that up for me. Hey, Job chapter 20, verse 4. It said, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. You came back in the what? In the 1600, the 1400, till now. How many years is that?
You got what?
About what? 5,000? No, 500 years, right?
500.
About 500, right? 14 to there, for 2025, right? The 1400 to now. That's the short period. That's a very short time. It doesn't feel short for us because we've been in multiple captivity. But you are about to be wiped off the face of the earth. From here, you are going into captivity. And that's what the Bible says. And that's what we are looking forward to. And you thought what? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, African American are supposed to be slaves forever? That's right. Picking your cottons, your oranges. That's right. You build the prison industrial complex. You build it for us. That's right. Because you labeled us what? That's why 3/5 of a man. That all you have to do to destroy a community, a society, is by what? You debase them. So once they tell you that you are nothing, you are Negroes, you are savages, it gives them the right to poison you. That's why, to use you as experiment. That's why this man, they built a stupid baby deletion clinic in all our neighborhoods. That's what this devil did, man.
He wants to get rid of Jacob.
That's why this is what this devil did. But you didn't think about the latter end. That's what we're about to tell you. That's what we are telling you. You never thought. You see, when you're having a good time, I always say this, when you're having a good time, nobody think about the party is going to end.
There you go.
You are in the mood. Your boys giving you high five. You're drinking. You're feeling good about yourself. But eventually that party comes to an end and reality sets in. Now you see, now the whole world is rising up against you. That's the reality that is setting in right now. Nobody is afraid of you anymore. Right now in Yemen, the Yemenis are kicking your ass in the Red Sea.
They're not even showing those things.
No, they're not showing it.
100%.
Now they're saying that, oh, a plane, one of the planes flipped off the courier.
Fell in the ocean.
And fell no,
yeah.
the Yemenis are kicking your ass.
That's right.
The Lord said, let the weak say, I am strong.
That's right.
Okay, that's what is happening.
I always laugh when you say Yemenis because these men are in sandals.
That's right.
RPGs on their shoulders.
That's why they call them the
right.
Houthis.
There
The
you go.
Houthis, always labeling nations.
That's right.
They are more civilized than you stupid people out here saying that a man can sleep with a goat. That's why bestiality is okay. You think they accept that over there? No. They don't accept all this wickedness. The West is not civilized.
That's right.
The West, they've never been civilized. Okay? That's the false image that they put of themselves across the board. Through Hollywood, through their books. They are not civilized. Those people in the Yemeni Houthis across the global south, they are more civilized than friggin' the West.
That's absolutely.
They're more civilized than the West. Okay? The West, all they do is they pillage, they steal, they label people. Iraq, look at what they did in Iraq. Look at what they're doing in Syria. All over the world. It's Esau Edom. He has never built any kingdom. They lost in Afghanistan, they lost in Vietnam, Japan, they lost every war. They've lost every war.
Because they have propaganda media machine.
That's right.
They trick the world. And this is why social media, especially TikTok, is kicking their asses.
That's it.
You know?
But no, you can't hide anymore. Go ahead,
That's
beloved.
right. This is a precept from the board, GMS Strive for the Masteries. Psalms 94, starting at verse 2.
Sorry, what's that? Psalm 94?
Psalms 94, starting at verse 2.
Okay.
Let me know when you're there.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah, man, because, you know, this devil, he's being found out, you know? It says, Psalms 94, starting at verse 2. It says, lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, the Lord says, wait here upon me till I rise up to the prey.
Right.
And my determination is to gather all these devils. All these devils are going to what? For that war. Nobody's going to escape it.
That's right.
And we can't wait. We want the whole world to know that the power that we serve is no joke.
That's right.
Yahweh Shai is no joke.
That's right.
Everybody's about to find out. Oh yeah, we are waiting, we're sitting back.
That's right.
Go ahead, beloved.
Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, how long shall the wicked, how long shall the wicked triumph?
That's why I go to Isaiah Psalm 64
right.
until I went to the congregation.
73.
Tawada.
Yeah.
73.
Yeah.
It said until I went to the congregation of what?
The wicked.
No,
yeah,
let me get it.
Bring it, yeah.
Let me go to. Let me go. It's a beautiful psalm
Yes.
because family, sometimes it verses your spirit.
Of course.
When you see these devils are prospering,
Right.
Family, we watch them one by one. Gaddafi from Libya. Family, Gaddafi, I follow geopolitics. That's something that the Lord has put in my spirit way back. So I've been following world politics for a long time.
That's right.
Okay? Gaddafi was, Libya was a nation that family were bringing a flourishing. Most of the people living in the continent of Africa were going to Libya to work.
That's right.
Libyans were not paying the free university,
Free everything, man.
free healthcare, everything. Hey, wanted to make sure that at one point was trying to unite the continent of Africa.
That's right.
Okay,
That's what they didn't want.
but this devil didn't want it. He wanted to get rid of what? The American dollar. And guess what they do? They came up with stories. And initially, it was that Gaddafi was giving what's it called, Viagra to his military men, and they were raping women. The same thing. That's what this man does, family. False flag operation. The next thing you know, during the stupid Obama administration, when Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State, family, they killed Gaddafi. And look at Libya today.
Yo, you see when they showed when they showed the worker came up to Hillary and showed her the phone, and she read it, and she starts laughing. He's dead.
We came and then we saw and then we conquered and then we killed. Oh yeah. Don't worry. The Lord, that's why.
Keep that same energy.
Tawada Yahweh, Psalm 73. Let me go there.
Yeah.
Because family, when you see these people, it appears they are winning. No, they are not winning. Trust me. The Lord got something special for them.
The next precept, let me read this out
Yeah,
quickly.
go ahead.
Bring it up and say
Yeah.
It's verse 4. It says Psalms 94, verse 4. Listen to this because we just talked about Hillary. How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves. You know, because that's what she did. I will never forget this woman. This woman laughed. We came, we saw, we killed. Ha ha ha. That's Hillary. Bring it up, Baba Kasha.
It says here. Let me see. Let me start from.
That's a beautiful read.
Oh
man.
yeah. It's a long chapter.
That whole
but
chapter from it's like 1 to 16.
1 to 28.
Yeah.
It says here. Let's start from. Yes, let's start from verse 16. No, let's start from verse 15.
Yeah.
It says, if I say, the book of Psalm 73, verse 15, if I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me.
Absolutely, because when you start to learn all these things, how these people gain their riches, how they, at one point when we were little kids, we used to look up to these devils thinking that there was something special. But when you really see the true history of all how their kingdom was established, it's on what? Deceit, deception, violence, crime, everything. Continue on.
Actually, I'm going to go back.
Yeah, that's a beautiful read, man.
Psalm 73, I'm going to go to verse 13. Yes. It said, verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. That's how we feel. Because it said, the Bible says, whom the Father loveth, he chastens. And that's right. So we are not bastard. Esau is a bastard. That's right. But here,
that's why it says in Zechariah 9:6, a bastard shall live in Ashdod.
There you go.
That's who's
there you go. And they haven't found peace yet.
That's right.
I thought you're supposed to be the people of the book.
There you go.
Since you moved there in 1948, what has happened? War.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That means why you don't belong there, because according to what is written in the Bible,
right.
when we go back to the land,
right.
there will be peace on the earth.
That's right. And Jerusalem is what? The city of peace.
That's right.
Jerusalem.
Yahweh Shai will be there. King David will be there. And that's right.
And the streets will be paved in fine gold.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. It says, if I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me, until I went into the sanctuary of the power. Then understood I their end.
There you go. Yep.
If you don't have this knowledge,
yes, sir.
You don't have the understanding of the Lord's plans, you're going to lose your mind.
That's right. That's
clearly.
Right. Because it appears that they're winning. Yeah.
It appears that they are winning.
That's right. That's right.
It appears that they are winning, family, until you come here and the Lord open your eyes. Because, family, everything that we do, all glory, honor, praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakadash.
That's right.
Without the Holy Spirit, family, we are through. We're going to be here depressed, having anxiety, worrying about how we're going to eat. But here, the Lord has shown us mercy, have given us rest.
That's right.
That's why we look, that's why we rejoice when we see the chaos. When we read that Modi gave the go-ahead to his defense secretary to start planning an attack on Pakistan, two nuclear power nation, we say Barakata Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakadash, because we know that's the Lord's plan. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. It said, that's right. It said this time, this war here is not going to be fought with what?
It's not with swords and shields. This one will be fuel for the fire. That's right.
That's right. Let me get up. Let me get up. Let's go there. Isaiah
9 verse 5, right?
Excuse me.
And while you're at it, read verse 6 to Baba Kashab, man.
I know it's your favorite. And this guy he loves verse 6 and 7. And I love it too. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. It said, for every battle of the warrior is what? With confused noise and garments rolling blood.
Right.
Talking about what? Ancient times. You can watch the movie like Troy, the movie like 300, the Gladiator. It was close combat, right? Knives, heads being chopped off, blood splashing everywhere. But the Lord is saying, this one, let's go there. And it says here, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right.
For one intercontinental ballistic missiles and nuclear missile to travel from one continent to another or one country to another. Guess what? There's going to be powered by what? Fuel. And that's right.
Bro, while you're at that.
Oh yeah, verse 6. Verse 6. You want verse 6?
No, but go. I'll tell you, you have to go.
It says here, now verse 6, for unto us, he wants that.
That's right.
Unto, because this is all leading to what? Our kingdom being set up, our government being set up here on the planet Earth. The kingdom of heaven is not going to be up in the sky where people are floating and eating cucumbers. It's going to be set up here on the planet. Yahweh Shai's kingdom. Isaiah 9:6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
That's right.
And that's why the red horse in the book of Revelation, what?
6 verse 4.
That's right. Their job is to do what?
Take peace from the earth.
And here he says what?
That's right.
Here, Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. His job is what? Yahweh Shai's job is to bring peace upon the earth.
That's right.
You hear that? Peace upon the earth.
That's right.
You see, and then it says here, verse 7. It says, of the increase of his government.
That's right.
His increase of his government, he's going to set up the 144,000 men, and then the 144,000 is going to set up the rest of the men. Family, Israelites are back on top because of one man's sacrifice. Our king, our redeemer, Yahweh Shai.
There you go.
You see, here again, it says Isaiah 9 verse 7, for of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end. His kingdom to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord, the Yahweh of hosts, will perform this. That's what we are looking at.
That's right. And you know what? Prophetically, what did you show me that article in Jerusalem? Bring it out. Jerusalem right now.
Oh, Jerusalem is on fire,
it's on fire right now.
The article.
There you go. And that's
Jerusalem. It's on fire.
To the spirit, I just said what? Jerusalem is what? The city of peace.
A city of peace.
Listen to this article right now.
But this is
breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
I said, I don't know. Jerusalem is on fire right now. What was it? Please, let me see if I can get it.
Yeah, because, yeah, man, I gotta bring up precept while you continue. Bring that out. It says, me go to this one here. This is Psalms 94, start at verse 5. All right, it says, they break in pieces thy people, O Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and afflict thine heritage. So all these people, all these nations, that tells you in Psalms, the 83rd chapter, all these nations took part in our downfall. Every last one of them, because the nations, these nations now they're prospering because they benefit from the Israelites being at the bottom.
Of course.
You know, everywhere we go, that's why the Lord says there will be a sign and a wonder who the Israelites are. It doesn't matter where you go. I always use that devil, Oprah Winfrey. She went to Paris about 5-6 years ago, and they wouldn't let her in the store. Oprah Winfrey, and she's supposed to have a lot of money, right? So everywhere Israelites go, the Lord said there will be a sign and a wonder who they are.
Yeah. That's the chaos.
Jerusalem.
This is coming from Pro News. It said Jerusalem is on fire right now.
Bro,
Okay.
the place is like an orange
Yeah,
ball.
it's
right
an
now.
orange ball right now. It says here, the greater Jerusalem area was put on alert on Wednesday as large fires broke out in the Eshtaol forest and in the hills west of the Israeli capital amid high temperature and strong winds that are hampering firefighting effort. Yeah, right. Yeah, strong wind. No, man. We know that ballistic missiles are leaving Yemen and hitting what? The Ben Gurion airport. That's why the Yemenis, that's why they've been hitting Israel, they've been hitting US, and they've been attacking everywhere. And that's where we are right now. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Go ahead,
So
beloved.
the beloved brother says, Khan, she's the same devil that admitted the U.S. funded Al Qaeda. Of course, they fund all these terrorist groups for their purpose. And when they have no more use for them, then what? They say they demonize them, and then they try to get rid of them and continue their wickedness.
There you go.
The whole thing is based on deception.
That's right.
All right, this is
What do you have?
this is I want to bring this out here. This is Sirach 36. But verse, I'm going to read 1 to 8. But you can break it down if you want.
Okay, yeah.
It says Sirach 36, also known as Ecclesiasticus.
So that's 36.
36,
Right?
yep.
Okay.
Have mercy upon us, O Lord, power, and behold, and all. You ready?
No, 1 second.
Sorry,
1 second.
okay. Salaki, give me 1 second. Yep. Sirach 36. Yes. Yeah,
Go
man.
ahead, go ahead.
All right, it says from the top. It says, "Have mercy upon us, O Lord, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee."
And now you're seeing that right now. Then you seeing it. You're seeing it. That's what family, we're sitting back and enjoying ourselves.
Of course.
That's right. Because yeah, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, African American, Native American, this devil thought that we're gonna be at the bottom forever.
That's right.
But he didn't like say he never thought about his latter end, family.
There you go. Yep.
And the Lord is showing us mercy in the book of Baruch chapter 2:30. It says what? In the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. That's right. That's why we call upon his name.
Right.
The Lord is the one that scattered us. The same Lord is about to gather his people. We said, Tawada Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.
That's true mercy.
That's right.
Yep.
Go ahead, beloved.
Verse 3, it says, "Lift up thy hand against thy strange nation, and let them see thy power."
That's what is coming. Because what it says what? Is it ask for his judgment? Let me go there.
That's right.
The book of Psalm, I believe it's Psalm 47. Let's go to the book of Psalm 47 quickly. Please bear with me. Because people talking about, the Lord, no. The Lord is only dealing with a nation of people known as the Israelites. Okay? As for his judgment, they have not known it. Let's get it. Psalm 147, repeat that precept again.
Yeah, it says, Sirach 36 verse 3, it says, "Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power."
That their power. So that's what we're praying for. We want the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, to work.
There you go.
To show this nation, shake the foundation of this earth. Everything that he sent us out here to proclaim. Now we say, Babakusha, Babakusha. Lord, this is the time for you to work.
That's right.
And Psalm 147, verse 19 says, "He showeth his word unto Jacob." You hear that? The Jacob. He did it. He said, Jacob, the 12th tribe. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. He said, he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
That's That's right.
And Yasharallah. It says, he have not dealt so with any nation.
That's right. So of the 18 nations the Lord created, only
That's right.
Israel is his portion.
That's right.
No other nation.
There you go. It says, he have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh. Are you listening to this?
That's right.
That's right. So the Lord, the nations, they haven't been dealt by the Lord yet.
That's right.
They don't know what it feels like to be parked on slave ships, and be sent across the rest of the world, family, working on plantations for hours upon hours. The nations haven't seen that yet. They haven't gone through yet.
That's right.
So now is the time. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. It says what? They that devour thee shall be devoured.
That's right.
It says all thine adversaries, every last one of them are going into captivity.
That's right.
Slavery is coming back in full effect.
There you go. Verse 4. As thou was sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us.
Woo. And that's what is happening.
That's right.
The Lord is about to show up, because the Lord, our power, is a power that hides himself. But not this time.
It gets better.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. I got you. Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 5. And let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no power but only thou.
You hear that?
Yahweh.
Let me get the book of Psalm 94.
There you go.
To tell you that whatever this
96.
whatever these nations
96.
are worshiping, whatever these nations are worshiping, guess what? It's nothing but what? An idol.
That's
right?
That's right.
Let's go there.
So read that again.
Go ahead.
Verse 5 again, it says, and let them know thee as we have known thee. Because why? Even in our own people, they tell you what? God is good all the time. You know, that's what the Christian church always push.
God is not good.
That's what they like to push, right? But it says, and let them know thee as we have known thee. We know the Lord is he is to be feared. You know, he's Al-Sajjah, deep and dark in power, demon-like power, right? And let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no power but only thou, O Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai.
You hear that? What did we read that again?
It says, and let them know thee as we have known thee, and there is no power but only thou, O Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai.
There's no power like our power.
There you go.
And it tells you here, the book of Psalm 96, starting from verse 3. It said, declare his glory among the heathen.
There you go.
The fact that here we are, didn't know who we were.
That's right.
Because they called us black. They called us Native American, Native
Savage.
Indian, Jamaican,
Yes.
Barbados,
Yes.
Ghanaian,
Yes.
Nigerian.
Yes.
The fact that we've remembered that we are the Israelites, that alone, the Lord gets the glory and the honor and the praises.
That's right.
That's right. You see, these are all part of his glory. Because we were dead, the dead bone, the Ezekiel 37.
That's right.
He asked Ezekiel, can this bone live? He asked the question, can this bone? He says, thou knowest.
Thou knowest all
That's
things.
right.
That's right.
The Lord look at us, look at our state. He says, yeah, this is what? All the how.
Bro, I got a precept for you, bro. This is Isaiah 44, start at verse 3. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. And I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring. And they shall spring as up among the grass as willows by the water of the courses. And one shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Yahweh.
Do you hear that?
And one shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Yahweh. And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Yasharallah.
That is the glory of the Lord.
There you go.
Because we know the brothers' family, everybody have what? Their Hebrew name down. That's right.
That's right.
You see, this is the glory of the Lord. And Psalm 96 again, verse 4 says, for the Lord Yahweh is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. You hear that? So that whatever the Muslim, whatever they're calling, the Hindus, whatever they worship, the Lord says idols. He said the Lord said don't fear them.
That's right.
You hear that? We serve the almighty power. You hear that? It says here, verse 5. For all the gods of the nations. You hear what the Lord is saying? For all the gods of the nations are what? Idols.
There you go.
Including their sweet baby Jesus. It's an idol. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai are the true names of the living power.
There you go. There you go.
You hear that? It said, for all the gods of the nations are what? an idol, but the Lord Yahweh made the heavens.
There you go.
That's why we can stand here and say our power, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he directs the sun.
That's right.
He brings the rain down.
There you
That's
go.
why he brings the seed to what? To flourish.
There you go.
He's the one that control our breath, our ways, direct our path.
That's right.
The Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, his name is Yahweh. His only begotten son, our king, our redeemer, is Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Huh?
Verse 6, listen to this.
Uh-huh.
Precept to that. It
Uh-huh.
says, Thus said the Lord,
Uh-huh.
King of Israel,
Uh-huh.
and his Redeemer,
Uh-huh.
the Lord of hosts,
Uh-huh.
I am the first,
Uh-huh.
and I am the last.
Uh-huh. You hear that?
I am the first,
Uh-huh.
and I am the last.
Go ahead.
And besides me,
Uh-huh.
there is no God.
There's no God.
That's
So
right.
if you're out there, you know how Jake is there, they are into all type of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Worshipping all type of, now our women are turning into witches.
That's right.
That's why the Lord is going to destroy you. We are in the last days of the last days.
That's right.
This is the end. This is the time to return. That's why we here on the what? That's right. Eh? You see the men on the highways and the byways. This is the Lord's doing.
That's
This
right.
is not our. This not. I never thought I would be standing here teaching this word here.
That's right.
This is the Lord's doing. This is His glory.
That's right.
He gets all the glory, the honor, and the praise. Go ahead.
I'm glad you brought it back to Sirach now, 36, verse 6, because of what you just called for, right?
Uh-huh.
It says, show new signs
Uh-huh.
and make other strange wonders.
Uh-huh.
Glorify thy hand
Uh-huh.
and thy right arm,
Uh-huh.
that thou mayest set forth thy wondrous works.
That's right. We know the right hand is ultimately what? Our King, our Redeemer,
right.
Yahushai.
That's right.
He's going to stretch out his arm to deliver us first, the Passover,
That's right.
and then he's bringing judgment upon the land. Go
It
ahead.
gets better. Verse 7, raise up indignation,
Uh-huh.
that's righteous anger,
Uh-huh.
and pour out wrath,
Uh-huh.
and take away the adversary,
Uh-huh.
and destroy the enemy.
That's why Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white man, his kingdom is coming to an end. Isaiah 14 is coming back again.
Right,
Baba
all right,
Kusha,
all right,
you have that for me?
I'll bring it,
Yeah,
yeah.
bring it. Isaiah 14. I think start from 18. Let's
From
see.
18?
Yeah, 18.
I just read 21. Okay, I can go, yeah. Girls. Oh man, that's there's so much meat on
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I know. I can go from the top, but I just want to
Alright,
make
yeah.
a quick point here. Let's start from,
What about 13?
let's see, 13. Yeah, why not?
All right.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14,
Uh-huh.
starting at verse 13.
Uh-huh.
For thou hast said in thine heart,
Uh-huh.
I will ascend unto heaven.
No, not yet. No. Let's start from let's start from verse 12.
All right. This is Isaiah 14, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
How art thou fallen from heaven,
Uh-huh.
O Lucifer?
That's right. That's what you are witnessing. That's what we are seeing right now. Oh, Lucifer, the light bearers. That's why, because family, the international bankers, we're talking about the Rothschild, the Oppenheimer family, they own the continent.
they call
That's
them
why
Illuminati,
they
right?
set up all this puppet government, and from Africa to Jamaica to what across the Caribbean,
World,
from
the
the
world.
world. They set up all these government. Hey? But now all these nations are rising up against their leaders. That's Lucifer has been brought down. America, Babylon the Great, these leaders, the elite, have been brought down in front of you. You are witnessing the fall of what? Lucifer. The Lucifer simply means the light bearer. That's right, the Illuminatis. But with the true light bearers are the men of the Lord. That's right. We have the secret. The Lord gave us what? The mystery. We know. That's why we can tell you that you're already preparing your bunker. You're going to be hiding in your bunker during the World War III. Because hoping that after all this chaos, you're going to rise up like the phoenix and come back and build back better. No, we are telling you that's not the case, because we're going to be digging you out. We have already have employment for you, because Yahweh Shai, the body that is about to lay on the ground, is going to cover the entire earth. So we're going to need people to bury those bodies, and that's why, and that's your job. We are telling you, we are the true, that's right, light bearers under our King, our Redeemer, Yahweh Shai. So we're telling you before it happens. So when it comes to pass, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will get the glory. Go ahead,
It
beloved.
says, O Lucifer,
Uh-huh.
son of the morning,
Uh-huh.
how art thou cut down to the ground,
Uh-huh.
which didst weakest the nations?
That's what you're doing. By what? By that's right. First, you go to these countries. We're going to continue to hate them, because every problem, you look at the way Iraq was flourishing. Under Saddam Hussein, yeah, he was a tyrant, but guess what? They had clean running water. They had electricity. That's why there was order. That's why the same thing with Libya. But the moment you get involved, the place is turned upside down. This is your history. Everybody will tell you that before America, the West, before they show up, the place was like the Garden of Eden. But when they leave, it's destruction. That's why Afghanistan. These are your track record, and that's what we are bringing out.
That's right.
You are the cancer of the world, and you have to be cut off.
That's right.
Go ahead.
All right. It says, continuing on, it
Yeah.
says, "O Lucifer,
Uh-huh.
son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?"
That's why it says in the book of what? Isaiah 47. Come and sit and sit down in the dust. That's right. It is over for you. You so-called white people, whatever you call yourself, Caucasian, American, Canadian, it is over. Edom. Your Bible name, your biblical name is what? You guys are the Edomite. And again, we qualify by saying, that's why there are Israelites among you people. That's right. There's Israelites among the so-called white people. That's why, because the Lord says, what? My heritage is unto me like what? Specklebird.
And that's the spirit, you know. A beloved brother came on the comment board. His page is Specklebird. Shalom, Specklebird.
Shalom.
That's the spirit.
So yeah, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. Yeah, that's what the book of Jeremiah 12:9.
Yes, right.
And my heritage is unto me like specklebird. Like we always say that, and because some so-called Chinese person will be watching this, and it says, no, man, I believe this. But you're saying that it's all, no. We're saying that, no, the children of Israel were scattered among all nations.
That's right.
So Israel, the Lord is going to gather us, pursuant to the book of Matthew 24, verse 30.
Yep.
That's why the Lord is going to gather all the Israelites. So it doesn't matter where you're living on the planet. If you're part of the elect, you will make it up into the ship.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And that's why that's the spirit, speckled bird, right?
That's right.
It says Isaiah 14, verse 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will send into the heavens.
There you go.
I will exalt my throne above the stars.
That's why
of Yahweh.
you're always going to rule over us.
right.
The Negroes, Latinos, African American. No, you guys, you are always going to be at the bottom because I am white. That's why I am white. I gave myself that name, 1681. That's why I created black and white, and I gave my name white because I am pure. Meanwhile, I am the one that's why dropping bombs. And the first bomb that I dropped was in Hiroshima, Nagasaki. And since then, I haven't stopped dropping bombs. I haven't stopped destroying the world, but I still call myself pure. That's white. That's right. That's white for you. And you call me savage. You call me savage. You call me black, void of light. No, we have the light. That's Yahweh Shai. We have the light. You see, that gross darkness covering the earth, the Lord is removing it. The Lord is showing who is the problem facing the world. So when he brings destruction, everybody will sit back and say, yeah, you know what? It says, alas, in 1 hour, that great city, Babylon the Great, 1 hour, that's all Yahweh Shai needs.
Right.
1 hour. Go ahead, Peter.
There was something you just said, I completely forgot it, but I screenshotted a comment on one of these websites on YouTube. And this is what it says. It's just similar to what he said. Just prompted me to bring this up. I can't remember what he said now, but it says Trump supporters don't measure his success by what he does for them. They measure by what he does against the people they don't like.
Oh, look at that.
You know, that's what you said something. I can't remember what you said, but it continued on. It says, that's why they see him as being successful. This is why they will never abandon him. His tormenting of the others sustain them.
Oh, yeah, that's the pride.
There you go.
The pride of Esau. Because if Esau could be going there, he still won't believe it.
That's right.
Esau, he said, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. He said, like what you said earlier, Apostle Paul said in the book of Romans 3:3, he said, what if some don't believe?
That's right.
Because in your mind, you think you had the Bible. You create all these institutions. Your Oxford, your Yale, your Columbia. That's why people go to you for the answers. That's why you know you have the Bible in your hand. But you don't know that America is Babylon the Great. Your judgment is written all over the Bible. But we are here to tell you. Because you don't want to speak the people, right? No, but we are telling you. So if you have an vacation plan, get it out of your system now. Because from here, you are going into captivity for 1,000 years. And after that 1,000 years, you go back Obadiah 1. That whole Bible, that whole book is dedicated to you. You're going to be done away with. And that's the message. You're supposed to receive it. The Lord didn't send the prophets, Jeremiah 28:8, only for the children of Israel. It's to the nations. Tell them what the Lord is about to do. You see, he says, let me go there. Hey, just hold out for me.
Shalom to the beloved brother, Yawanathon.
Yawatan, Shalom, beloved. Jeremiah 28. Jeremiah 28. The Lord didn't say that, just go to the house of no. He says, go here, tell the nation, prophesy against kingdom. Let's get it. Hey, somebody will say, what do you mean? Jeremiah 28, verse 8. It said, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilences. Diseases are coming. Because yesterday I did a lesson. They said, I think this, the so-called bird flu, I call it KFC flu, okay? The KFC flu is spreading across 50 states. These people want that chaos. It's called polycrisis. And polycrisis. Look at what happened in Portugal and Spain a few days ago. The blackout. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. That was a test run. It's coming to America. But it's not going to be 24 hours. It could be a week. It could be 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks become a month without water. And then when the light comes on, they say we have a new system. That now, oh, you want to be part of the new system? Here is your microchip. And we've been telling you so-called Negroes, Latinos, African American, Native American, it's not for you. It's not for you. Don't take it. Don't take it. But again, Jeremiah 28 verse 8, it says here, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms of what? Of war and of evil and of pestilences. It's all coming together beautifully. Eh? Back to Isaiah.
And that's the spirit, you know. I did a lesson yesterday talking about the downfall of America on its last leg. And this Edomite come on my page talking about things have to get bad before they get better. And don't be such a liberal idiot. He's trying to say basically don't be a liberal idiot, right? Whatever you call it. So I said to him, I gave him Proverbs. I said the wise perceive the evil and avoid it. But you know, and the foolish. What is it again? Sorry, let me bring it up. It's Proverbs. Which is the book of Proverbs. It says the prudent foresees the evil and hide himself, but the wicked are upon. Yeah, but anyways, that's what I said to him, because he didn't come back, because these people are so caught up in Trump and his lies, and that same what I just said, the whole ideology of supremacy, that they're gonna believe because Trump tell them what it's gonna be rocky for a bit, right? And that's what he says. He said, oh yeah, it's gonna get rough, but you know he's stupid, you know, because if you have the eyes to see it, you will see America's on its last leg, 100%. You know. Let me continue. Where we are? Isaiah?
Isaiah, yeah. Isaiah 40.
Yeah. All right. We'll continue on. Sorry. All right. We're back at verse 14. It says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation.
Yep.
In the sides of the north.
There you go. That's your pride. Continue.
Yep. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
That's right. That's close to what? Ezekiel 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. 1 Thessalonians 2:4. Because with this whole AI, I had I think the second trial for this ALS patient. It was actually end time headlines. I think the second guy to take, no, maybe the third person. I think the second or the third person just took the neural link, and they are bragging. You are the family crying, and so I said, this is how Esau opened. They got the lying wonders. That's why he's going to make the blind see. He's going to make the lame walk. He's going to make, that's why, the deaf to hear, the dumb to hear. This is what Esau is trying to do. But you are no God. We know. The Lord told us already. That's
right. He said, I'll be like the Most
High. That's right. The three unclean frogs. Working miracles. Deceiving the people. No. We are calling you out. We are warning our people, because this is all going to lead to what? The CBDC. And the CBDC is going to be a microchip. That's why Revelation 13:16, a device that's going to go under your skin. A device that's going to go under your skin. That's what. It's like the size of it's a grain of rice. This is what it is. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. This is exactly what it is. It's a device the size of the grain of rice. Brothers have done many lessons on it. Okay? It is coming. But the prayer of the people for first is going to appear as if, they are here to help you. Make the blind see. Make the lame walk. No, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Beautiful.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, it says, I'll read it again. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
I'll be like the Most High.
You got that devil now. He's the new head of the WEF. He was an ex-CEO of Nestle. He's telling people already that water is a privilege.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
These people are so proud. They tell people water is a privilege. And it tells you in the book of Sirach, these are the principal things of life. You know, one second. Yeah, we can go what? We can go a few days without food. but you can't go more than a week without water. Your whole body is going to shut down. So this man is telling the world right now that water is it's a privilege. But basically, they control the water, right?
These people are wicked.
They
man.
control the water.
These people are wicked. Even France is talking about this morning. There's a member of parliament in France is talking about now they're going to charge prisoners and they're going to charge them for staying in prison. So they're going to charge them. So yeah, your food, and you're going to be responsible for your sustenance when you're in prison. Listen, Esau is losing. He's losing badly. He's losing badly. The resources that he used to get for free, no, the nations are saying enough is enough. You're not going to continue to pillage us anymore. Everybody's rising against this devil. But go ahead.
Verse 15.
Verse 15.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell and to the sides of the pit.
That's at the bottom. The bottom, you're going straight from the top to the bottom. That's why in the Bible, Isaiah 47 says what? Come and sit down. There's no more throne for you. That's right. There's no more throne. Look at your infrastructure is collapsing. America, bridges are falling apart. But you are worried about what is happening in Burkina Faso.
There you go.
And you are worried about what's happening in the continent of Africa. Because you devils can never have enough. You see, that's why he can never have it. He enlarges his desire as hell. You see, your bridges, look at San Francisco, Philadelphia, you have drug addicts, family, zombies walking the street. How about you fix your own country?
That's right.
Fix your own country. Why are you worried about what's happening in Burkina Faso? Because what? You are a vagabond. You don't have a home. That's why. That's Cain. You don't have a home. Eh? Your punishment is coming. Man, thank the Lord that we are at the end of this man's kingdom.
The scripture said Cain is a fugitive and a vagabond.
That's Esau Edom.
Yep.
The same spirit. Go ahead, beloved.
Verse 16.
Uh-huh.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
That's why they are looking at you. That's why in the come on, there's no way. Go ahead, read that again.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake its kingdom?
You shook kingdom. You shook kingdom. Esau Edom, you shook kingdom from Alexander the Great all the way. You shook kingdom. I remember watching the Operation Desert Storm when those missiles were dropping on Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, and even Yugoslavia. Oh, I forgot Yugoslavia. Esau killing Esau. That's why you shook kingdom. So now the nation are looking at you. Is this the man?
That's right.
That's why. That's the doing of the Lord. Because what? You go back. Always go back. He said the Lord said what? There's nothing new under the sun, right?
That's right. Yep.
We always use an example. We use what happened in Egypt. Pharaoh. In the book of Nathan. The Lord. The Lord. You read Daniel 4. The Lord turned the book of Nathan. Now Daniel 4, Daniel 5. He turned him to a beast. That's right. Because he was proud. Look at the kingdom that I built. Talking shit. The same thing happened to what? Pharaoh. Pharaoh was talking shit in front of Moses and what? Aaron. And then the Lord says, I am the one. I'm going to harden his heart. So that what? I can magnify myself. Yesterday, Trump is saying that I'm not only running America, I'm running the world. That's what, and then I said, yeah, because what? You go back to Revelation 17. At the end, it says what? That woman who ruled over what? The kings of the earth. That's
17, 15.
That's America. America is the one ruling. And Trump came out and said it. This is how proud these people are. So the Lord is allowing him to magnify himself. And then when the Lord brings him down, the name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, will be what? Exalted.
And this is why all the nations are coming against him right
That's
now.
right.
This is a precept the beloved brother posted a while back, but it's no longer on the screen. Revelation 11 verse 18, the beloved brother Yahweh it says, And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. To them that fear thy name, small and great, and I should have destroyed them which destroyed the earth.
That's right. Destroyer of the earth. This man here, not the family, he kill for fun. It's not like he's killing this animal so he can eat it. No, he just kill it for sports. That's Esau. That's why it says what? The whole creation is waiting for what? The manifestations of the sons of the power. The animals, the trees. This man is deforestation everywhere and putting stupid condominium in every corner. That's why he needs to be removed. Hey, the trees are crying. The animals, the birds. Look at how many animals are finally leaving the ocean. Hey, whales. Hey, think about it. This man here is not fit to rule. Hey, go ahead.
That's the spirit. I just read that precept. It just prompted my mind because the brother posted a while back. But now listen to this. Verse 17, precept to that. It says, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof.
There you go.
You see? Because that's the spirit. I don't know what prompted me to just bring that out because it was on the board, right? It says, that openeth not the house of his prisoners. That's America right there.
That's right.
You know, you just said Donald Trump says, but he's not only the ruler of America.
He's the ruler of the world.
That's right.
You see, do you think Putin would ever say that? You think Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, would ever say that? No, they don't say that. Because no, that's the spirit of the Lord. Because America is going to be the flagship. It's just like Sodom and Gomorrah. After the Lord destroyed those 5 cities, it became what? A monument for nations. This is what happens when you go against the Lord. So the same thing, America, the nations, after the Lord destroy America, the nations are going to say that, no, we don't want that to happen to our country. So when the Lord, whatever those Israelites tells us, we're going to do it. That's called behavior change. That's called fear. Because fear changes behavior. Once they see that destruction that the Lord is bringing, because islands are going to be swallowed up, earthquakes, family, this destruction has never ever happened before. The Lord is about to show his power. Everybody's going to know who the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is. That's why we hear, because we fear the Lord. That's right. Hey, go ahead.
I'll read that again, bro. That's powerful. It says that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof. You go back from where? You talk about the whole continent of Africa, how these people destroyed it. Honestly.
That's why pillaging, rapists, the family, they will kill. I remember, even go back to what? Back in the 60s or 70s, was Leopold in Congo. Yes. Leopold family, he was cutting because back then the Bantus, they were Israelites.
Yes, sir.
Family, they were working the rubber farms and the sugarcane farm. And if you don't produce enough, they were cutting your arms off. Esau Edom, family, the wickedness that this men have done, and they still celebrate this devil. And they celebrated Christopher Columbus. They celebrated Leopold. No, man. Judgment is coming. Right. The Lord said, be patient. That's what it said. They suffer patiently, family. Suffer patiently. You see, we are the end. We are the end. So better is the end of a thing than the beginning of it thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Esau is proud. What? Donald Trump? It's on a whole different level, man. Oh, this man is proud. Because what? It is the Lord that is doing it. Proverbs chapter 21 verse 1. You see, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Right? The Lord is allowing them to continue, to show their pride. So when he brings them down, that's what the nations are going to say, is this the man? Beloved, go ahead.
All right, it says, once again, and destroy the cities thereof. Look at Gaza right now. Yo, you see that place recently? It's a concrete jungle.
It is but the thing is, there are still dead bodies, man. Yes. There's still dead bodies. And that's how this man is, man. Esau is an animal. The self-proclaimed white man is an animal. Family, there are still bodies. This war has been going on for what? More than close to 2 years or 3 years? 2 years now? Yeah. There's still bodies under those rubble. Man. Shit. Go ahead.
Right. It says, because all they do, all they want, what? It's because of the wealth, the resources, right? All right, let me see.
What verse are you?
No, we're on verse 17.
17, go ahead.
It says, that opened not the house of his prisoners. See? And all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory. Even one of his own in his own house. But thou art cast down to the grave like an abominable branch.
Yeah, because you're going from the top to the bottom. Even these nations, after their captivity, they're going to get their lands back. But you, a nation known as the so-called white people, the Edomites, there will be no rest. You guys are going to be gathered up. Obadiah 1:18. That is your future. You're not going to enjoy the kingdom of heaven. Because what? It tells you, we're going to go. It's going to, Isaiah is telling you your future right here. Let's go.
It says, all right, it says, and the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that thou go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet.
There you go.
Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial. See that?
That's right.
Because thou have destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of the evildoers shall never be renowned.
Never be renowned. Seed of evildoers. That's what you are known for. Your seed is corrupt. The Lord doesn't want to plant your seed on this planet here again. Everything about you is corrupt. Your skin, you have leprosy. You are a cursed seed. Hey, go ahead, beloved.
It says, verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children.
This is one of my favorite verses in this chapter. It said, prepare slaughter. Let's go ahead.
For his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
You hear that? The Lord said, no. None of you, nobody, none of your uncle, your brothers, your sisters, you're building houses. No. The land, your land, it tells you in Obadiah 1:18 is going to be given to what? The Judah, right?
That's right.
That's right. Judah is going to take over your land. And nobody's going to know. Esau, Edom, this is it. This is the last empire. This is the war that you are about to get into, because Israel is going to attack Iran.
That's right.
You're going to attack Iran. America is going to be drawn in. Because why? Jeremiah 49:20 have to be fulfilled.
That's right. That's right.
You see, everybody, just one second.
Yeah,
Everybody,
you good.
everybody is going to know that this is not my program. This is not his program. This is the Lord's program. Nobody can resist his will. That's what we keep telling you people. Nobody can stop prophecy. It doesn't matter how many times you go back and forth about, you know what, this week we're going to meet in Oman, the next week we're going to meet in Saudi Arabia, we're going to meet here. It doesn't matter. You're going to do exactly what the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has what? That's right, ordained. We're talking about centuries ago. It's talking about, though they said the vision is for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. Although it tarry, the Lord says wait for it. This is the time that we are living in. And you are all going to World War III. In the midst of that World War III, Yahushua and Michael, the archangel, are coming. They are coming. They are coming to have fun with you. All your sixth branch, your military, the sixth branch of their military, it's called what? The F? No. It's called the Space Force. You knew, you saw, you know what is coming. You build that Space Force when Yahushua shows up and you're going to fight the king. No, he says, after he was done with all these militaries and all these military together coming against him, it said nothing was to be perceived. That's 2nd Ezra chapter 13. It said the smell of smoke and dust.
Bro, you said it's 144.
144.
That's right.
It says nothing was to be perceived but smoke. Smell of smoke and dust. So what does that mean? It means the Lord Yahweh is coming for what? For cremation. That's what he's going to tell you. All your military men and your equipment. That's why he's coming for a major cremation. That's what is coming for you.
Right.
Hey, go ahead, beloved.
This is the book of this is precept for the beloved brother Yahweh. Psalms 49 verse 11.
Psalm 49, the left.
So we just said, right? Their inward thought is
exactly. Hey, go ahead, beloved.
That their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
That's right. You see, and that's always been the mind. It always go back to your pride. Your pride. And then if you are smart, you know that the Lord didn't set any nations to rule forever. All you have to go is go back and look at all this empire that came before you. Right. It's that simple. But no, the Lord blocked that. The Lord didn't want you to see it. They didn't want you to see it. That's why you're gonna continue to say, oh, we're gonna in 2025, in 2030 we have this agenda. In 2040, 2050, no, the earth is 6 billion years old. That. No, man, no. It's the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. The Lord is telling you, the pride have deceived thee. Your inward thought is that your kingdom is going to go on forever. Right. I'm going to build this riches. I'm going to leave it for my children, and then my children. That's why you're hoarding all this gold, all these diamonds. That's why you are passing your rich. No, it is over. The party is over. It said because of unrighteous dealings. You going around the world pillaging, raping, stealing, taking lands that don't belong to you. That's considered unrighteous dealings. All the contracts, all the treaty that you signed with our people when you came here, you didn't keep any one of them. You own the land, and you still in possession of the land, but you say, no, I am sorry. If I take your wallet, and the content, and then there's still money in the wallet, I'm still in possession of your money, the content, right?
That's right.
Yeah, but here I have the wallet. I have my brother's wallet with all the money in it, and I'm apologizing to him. I'm so sorry I stole your wallet. And then I walk away. Family, I'm not sorry. If I am sorry, I will give him the wallet. I said, listen, I am so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is, I'm going to give you back. And I'm yes, family, that's how you show that you are actually sorry. You give the wallet and everything that he lost, you give it back. That tells me that you actually mean it. You're sincere. I'll take that apology. But Esau still living on the land. He pushed everybody into reservation. Some of this reservation, they don't even have clean running water. They have no proper sanitation.
Even here.
That's right.
No, yeah, same.
That's right. And you are sorry. No,
kingdom, yeah.
The true judgment is coming.
Right.
We are waiting. No, there's no way. It says, that's what it says in the book of Lamentation 4, right? Yeah. It says, rejoice and be glad. Rejoice and be glad. What is the Lord saying? Meaning, if you have any vacation plan, get it out of your system now. Because from here, it is hardship upon hardship upon hardship. Everybody's now on social media complaining. Nothing has happened yet, and you complaining? Nothing has happened. Oh, it's going to get worse.
That's right.
It's going to get worse. Because this is the end of your kingdom.
That's right.
And righteous kingdom is coming under our King, our Redeemer, Yahweh Shai, and the elect. Hey? Go ahead,
I have a precept. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, starting at verse 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
You can never be upright. It tells you in the book of what? Jeremiah 13:23, right? Can the Ethiopian change his skin? No. The leopard, his spot? No. A person who's not accustomed to do good, can he do good? No. Because you are given, you are made. The Lord says what? He created two vessels, one for honor and one for dishonor. Esau is a vessel made for what? Dishonor. You are, that's why you were made wicked. So you cannot change. That's why he says, that's why you have the sword that the Lord bless you with. That's what you have used to destroy the world. And now judgment is coming. There's no way around it. You can never do right. Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, he can never do right. And we can't wait. Judgment is coming, man. We can't wait. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm going to read that part in the NLT. Habakkuk 2, verse 4 in the NLT. It says, look at the proud. They trust in themselves, and their lives are crooked.
That's right.
But the righteous will live by their faithfulness of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai.
That's what we see. Look at the hopeful elect right now on the highways, the byways, and doing lessons around the clock, proclaiming this word, and boldly exalting the name of our King, our Redeemer, Yahweh Shai. Right. Don't care what anybody thinks of them. That is what. That's called faith. Believing in something that you have not seen, and it's a gift that was given to us by our King. And through it came from the Father, through our King, Yahweh Shai, and it came down to us. A gift of faith. That's Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8.
That's right.
Because the just shall live by what? Faith. Go ahead, beloved.
Verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine.
That goes always to what? Your philosophy. I'm bringing you democracy. And listen, stupid Kamala Harris, right? He went to the continent of Africa. And particularly, he went to Ghana. He went to, Uganda or one of those countries.
I remember the Uganda
president. Telling them that, okay, listen, man, we have to start introducing these young children. Starting from kindergarten, we have to introduce them to what? LGBT lifestyle. They said, take your money and get the hell out of our country.
Man's face was so disgusting.
That's right. He said, like what? Because, they believe in traditional. And that's why they believe in values. Moral. They have morals. The West have no morals. So whatever wickedness that they have over here, they want to push it on every nation. That's right. That time is coming to an end.
That's how they weaken those
nations. That's right. That's how they destroy. Of course. That's how they destroy. That's why the nations are mad.
That's right.
The nations are mad. That's right. Feminism. You've turned the woman that should never lead. You made the woman above the man, and bringing all type of confusion. That's what you've done in the West, and you want to push that in the global South. No, they tried that in Afghanistan. That's why, because America went into Afghanistan, they got rid of the Taliban leadership, and then they started promoting this woman. The moment America left, this woman, they back into their righteous position, and everything's running smoothly.
Amalek is behind all that.
Amalek is wicked
because he knows the Bible. In order to tell a lie, you got to know the truth,
right? Of course, man.
He's the one in charge of all that.
That's why the Lord, they are the devil. Satan is the adversary of the Lord. Whatever the Lord stands for, whatever the Lord says we should do, Amalek, the small heart, they said do the opposite. Yep. That's why the brothers, and you see the celebrities, they've sold their soul. That's why you want something from Amalek, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? That's why, man, thank the Lord for this truth, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, let's finish there.
He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell.
As hell, can never be satisfied, man. That's why the whole continent of Africa today and rising up against their colonial masters. Because don't touch Traore, Ibrahim Traore, don't touch him. That's why that's prophecy. Because family, like I said, most west coast of Africa, a lot of Jakes, a lot of Israelites. And the Lord is what? Stirring up the spirit. That's right. It's the Lord that is doing it. chaos is coming upon the land. Esau is about to be chased out of this world once and for all.
Yes.
Hey, once and for all. Go ahead,
So it
beloved.
says he is a proud man, not to keep it at home. Then they got embassies in pretty much every country.
That's right.
Military bases around the world.
That's right.
He's all over the world.
That's right.
And you just said that even though America have all these veterans and homeless, opioid crisis and all these things,
How about you fix
you know,
that?
how about you take care of your people?
That's right.
You know? But he only goes after things where he knows there is benefit for him.
Not only that, he goes to some of these nations that don't have the military might.
That's right. But it's the resources.
The resources, sorry. But I'm saying, like, okay, see what is happening in Ukraine right now?
Yes.
Like, if you claim to be a superpower, right? And you want Russia, how about you fight Russia mano a mano?
Nah, there you go. Top dog, right?
That's right, you are the
But
top dog.
in order to beat the champion, you have to take down the champion,
You're
right?
gonna take as the champion.
That's right.
So why are you using proxies?
That's right.
Why did you go after what is it called, Iraq?
Because they make everybody do their dirty
that's
work.
right,
Yep.
Iraq. Because what? Let me drop this bomb, and everybody can see me that I am so powerful. Look, I'm America. I can dump this bomb. On. Even right now, you see, the Lord is removing that that fear that the nation had for America.
That's right.
For you to sit back and watch the Houthis, the Yemenis. What the Houthis are doing to America
That's
in the Red Sea,
That's spiritual.
that's the Lord.
Bro, even
that's the Lord.
forget about Americans right now. The Israelis can't carry their boats. in
That's
that
why they
area.
can't. That's why.
You know, and that's the reason why America's there in the first place.
They are in sandals, family. They are in sandals. They don't have like
That's right.
a military gear. They are in sandals running with their AK-47. Eh? Yes, family. That's what they look.
They got that spirit on them, you know, that they're
Oh,
fearless,
and listen,
right?
listen, Ishmael, don't mess with
Remember,
Ishmael.
Ishmael's a wild man,
Yeah,
right?
that's right, buddy. That's why we're waiting for the second, what is it called? Second,
Ezra's
Isaiah 15:28. We're waiting for that, man. We're
That's-
waiting for that. We wait. Listen, and when the dragons of Arabia, when they come together against Esau, eh? Oh, and I'm like, man, family, we waiting for that. Yahweh willing, man.
But wait a minute, according to Netanyahu, the Ishmaelites is Amalek.
Oh, don't mind them. They're all over the place,
Of
man.
course, of course.
The guy doesn't even believe in the Bible, but he's quoting the Bible.
That's
Right? That's the devil for you, man.
That's right.
You know?
Psalms 50 verse 16.
There you go.
Down, yep. It says, he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and does death. If you not read that in
That's
Revelation 6 verse 8.
There you go.
Death.
Says death follows him.
That's right.
Therefore, everywhere this man goes, death follows him. Go ahead.
And cannot be satisfied. You got that devils in Los Angeles. There's a couple. They're small hats, Paul and Linda Riznick. They own over 60% of the water supply.
That don't really make sense.
Bro,
How can the fire hydrant, when the apparently was also empty, doing that, the fire
they
house
said they
was
want the land, right? So they destroy the land. You know, people still have to pay property taxes and take their resources, right?
Family, the good news is, family, Esau is the end of the world.
That's right.
And Jacob is the beginning
That's
of it
right.
that follower. This man's kingdom is coming to an end. Go ahead.
It says, but gathereth unto himself all nations, and heapeth unto himself all people.
There you go.
You know?
What else do you have there?
Let me just finish this
Finish
off
it,
here.
yeah.
Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him,
There you go.
and a taunting proverb, and against him?
How, why? Okay, easy. Why? That's why we have over 1 million people. It's going to be more than that.
That's right.
That's why protesting against Esau Edom
right.
today.
That's right.
Eh? I shall take a proverb. Go ahead, read
It says, and a taunting proverb, not just a proverb, a taunting proverb, against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Which is not his. And then you build what? You build these nations on what? And on blood. Blood diamond. You see that movie? Yeah. It's Esau killing Jake. Because the resources, you know, Amalek control majority of the diamond
what I'm
market.
trying to say, yeah.
Yeah.
The
The
boars,
diamond there.
everything is theirs. Yeah.
That's why the boars, that's why from South
They
Africa.
have all the resources, yep.
Go
I remember
ahead.
some of the richest them would live in South Africa too,
Of
right?
course.
Not their land, right? They covered fields and take them by violence, so they oppress a man
And
in
that's
his
right.
house, even a man in his heritage.
There
yeah?
you go.
And him, sorry, so like, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake, and shall vex thee, and shall thou be booties unto them? Because thou have spoiled many nations. Yep.
That is beautiful. Go ahead.
All thy remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
That's why you're going to be chased out of this world here. Everybody's coming after you. Everybody's going to remember you.
That's right.
That's right. Because they see you, they smell blood. Right now, they smell blood in that water.
That's right.
You've been conquering, you've been destroying. Now they see your weakness now, and all these nations are now about to unite and come after you.
That's right.
Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white. Go ahead.
Because of men's blood,
Uh-huh.
and for the violence of the land,
Uh-huh.
of the city,
Uh-huh.
and of all that dwell therein.
Uh-huh.
Woo!
There you go.
Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house.
There you go.
Salaki, 1 second. It says, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
That's what you always do, though.
That's right.
Because you go after you've destroyed their country, and now you call them a shithole country. They are poor because what? The resources that's supposed to remain in the country, you've taken it.
That's right.
You've taken what they're supposed to use to help themselves. You've taken it. And now you wonder why you complain about immigrants. You says, oh, these immigrants are coming and taking over our country. So you tell your stupid leaders to stop pillaging
That's right.
these countries. Yeah, you're always, the first problem, the first thing they do is they're looking at the so-called, they said they're immigrants. They're immigrants. But your leaders are all over the world.
That's right.
Pillaging and stealing and raping and stealing this nation's resources.
That's right. Did
You are not protesting about that.
Did you not read Psalm 73?
Uh-huh.
Those are the ungodly that
That's
prosper
right.
in this life.
That's right.
I got a quick precept.
Go
This
ahead.
is Sirach 41 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
It says, woe be unto you, ungodly men,
Uh-huh.
which have forsaken the law of the Most High.
Uh-huh.
For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction.
There you go. And the seed of evildoers shall never be
That's right.
renowned.
There you go.
That alone, Esau is about to be chased out of this world. And that's what we're looking forward to. Because we want righteousness to reign.
That's right.
We want righteousness to reign, man. That's what we're looking forward to. Yahweh Shai is coming to set up our king on this planet here. And Yahweh Shai is bringing justice. That's right. Yahweh Shai is bringing justice. But things are moving. Things are moving. So family, stay prayed up. You know, what's name just threatened, just came through my feed. What's name? Zelensky. They said they are preparing attack on Moscow on the parade day, what's it called? On the Victory Day, which is May 9. So they are preparing to attack. And May 9, we have a lot of world leaders, even including Xi Jinping. The Chinese president is going to be in Russia. And now, it just came through my feed. Zelensky is threatening to attack Moscow on May
huge.
9.
That's
Oh
huge.
yeah, so family, things are heating up. And we said, Tawada Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Lord willing, I can do a lesson on it later on this evening. You know? Go ahead.
Let me read this last
Yeah.
precept here before,
Okay.
in efforts of time, beloved.
Okay.
But it says, GMS Yawasop, hopeful elect, 777.
Uh-huh.
This is Revelation 17, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And there came one of the 7 angels,
Uh-huh.
which had the 7 vials,
Uh-huh.
and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore,
That
which
great-
sitteth upon many waters.
The Lord didn't refer to America as a regular prostitute.
That's right.
Eh? It was a great whore because that's the king that reign over the queen that reign over the entire earth. That's the whore. Everybody wanted to sleep with this great whore. Everybody, all these nations wanted a piece of America because why? You can build something in your country and bring it to America and sell it in the dollar. And then when you do the exchange in your country, family, you are a millionaire. And this nation took advantage of that. So you gotta be in good terms with America for you to bring your products here.
right.
You see, that's the great. So everybody wanted to do business with America, but it's over though. Like everything else, it wasn't set up to be here forever. Nothing lasts forever. That's right. Nothing lasts forever.
That's right.
Eh? The time is on our hand because what? The Bible says Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. And under our King, our Redeemer, the righteous King is coming. So, beloved, you have anything
No,
on the
that's-
precept?
that was it.
Yeah, man. So, beloved, hope you were edified. We thank the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that this man finally is about to be chased out of this world here. Peace is coming. The whole world is rising up against this devil. Because why? It's the doing of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It says, at the end it shall speak and not lie. It says, although it tarries, wait for it. It shall surely come. And that's the time that we are living in. And so we're going to face the east and give honor and glory to the power of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rikakudash. And double honors to our head apostles, the elders, the bishops out of the great millstone that taught us this truth and salutation. Peace to my fellow laborers out there on the highways, the byways, the sit-down lessons. And that's right, exalting the name of our King, our Redeemer, Yahweh Shai,
This brings-
feeding the
this
sheep.
brings joy to
That's
us,
right,
man. Yeah.
feeding the sheep
right.
constantly. Hey, family, you can't get enough of this, man.
That's
Like
right.
I was sending a text message on Apostle Ramla had a live the other day.
Yes.
I said, man, Apostle, man, I continue to eat this organic food, but I can't get enough of it.
That's right.
This is how good this thing is.
right.
Hey, we are about to go home. Salvation is coming, righteousness, the pain is about to be taken away. The sorrows, the depression, the weak knee, headache, constantly stress. The Lord, Yahweh Shai, is about to do away with all that for us, man. So continue to stay in, lock in. We are at the end of this man's kingdom.
right.
All right?
And shalom to all the brothers that tuned in.
Shalom
and
for
your
all the precepts.
and your
Okay.
love.
Tawada,
Stay
tawada,
prayed up.
tawada,
We pray for
tawada.
you, you pray for we. Shalom.
There you go. There you go.
Shalom,
There you go.
beloved.
Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.